This is Nikki in Niagara, coming to you from Niagara Falls, Canada. And today we're going to take a look at this book here. It's called Dreamland Coloring Pad, and it has 50 premium coloring pages. Now, this is a large book, and I can't quite get the whole thing in here. It's also a coloring pad, or as the French would call a bloc, and that means that the pages are glued in at the top, though not meant to be bound, just held together. And the book is like a pad. You tear out a page and you color it. Now it says works great with colored pencils, crayons, and watercolors. We'll take a look at the paper in a moment. Now, on the back we get some sample pages there, and it was published in 2017 by Horizon Group USA. This does not have an ISBN number, which means it will not be available well, I was going to say in bookstores, but that's not true. It won't be on Amazon because books need to have an ISBN. So actually it's not a book, it's a magazine, or would be found on the magazine racks. Otherwise, you may find this where I found it, which was at a dollar store in Canada called Dollarama. Other dollar stores in the U.S. probably will have it, since it's a U.S. published group, and they do, oh sorry, I should turn back. They do have a web page, which is horizongroupusa.com. Makes sense, since they're called Horizon Group USA. So there are 50 11 by 14 coloring pages in here, and these are just absolutely adorable. That I had to show you this so that you can keep your eyes open, and if you're lucky enough you can find it. Now at first feel, it feels like kids coloring book paper, but it's a bit thicker than that. Well, actually it's a lot thicker than that. You're going to get a lot of bleed on this, though. You can tell right away that it's a thirsty paper. So I would not use watercolor on these pages. I would use alcohol markers if I don't mind the thirstiness of the paper. And pencil crayons would actually, or colored pencils, would actually be good because the paper has a lot of tooth. So these are just absolutely adorable. I'm going to have a quick flip through here because I can't get the whole picture on for you, and we'll just have a look at how adorable these are. There are all sorts of fantasy pages. Personally, I'm not going to tear the pages out of this because they're so large. I will just keep them in the book, and once they start coming unbound, which they inevitably will, because we remember this is a pad of paper, it's not a book. I'll just keep the pages within the covers. Now I could sit here and ooh and ah and say how cute every page is, but I won't. Let's just take it as said that I'm oohing and ahhing and cuting over every page here. Alright, so there's one that goes landscape. So I guess the majority of them are portraits. Look at that, a centaur. Now they all seem to have this little fairy in it, as if she's taking us around this world and showing us. So yeah, I'm kind of seeing this as a story. The fairy's talking to us and taking us around her world. I feel quite lucky to have this book. My sister actually found it for me. So it was seen in Edmonton. She did say they had a color by number one as well, but when she went back the next day, it was gone. That's our second landscape. Our third. I don't know if they're starting to look like those landscape ones. Check. Unicorn and a castle, that one was. Okay, it's getting quite difficult for me to turn the pages now because I have a lot of pages back here. A dragon. And there we have it. So once again, this is the Dreamland Coloring Pad by Horizon Group USA.